Okay, so ano ba tong pinasok ninyo? So maybe you'll be asking yourself, why are we discussing framework here? Ano ba tong, I mean, why are we discussing a worldview here? Hindi ba to mag-aaral lang ako? So, sino ba dito ang nakapag-undergo na ng distance learning, e-learning, online learning? Can I have a raise of hand? So, isa lang po. Ibig sabihin, this is your first time that you will be going through this kind of pedagogy and teaching methodology. So, first time niyo po na mag-e-learning, mag-distance ed, or mag-online learning. Tama? Okay. So, sana maintindihan natin kung ano ba talaga tong ating pinasok para we'll be able to appreciate better and learn more sa ating mga programs and how to maximize and take advantage of the various support services that the university offers. Kasi po, siguro kung nagbasa-basa na rin kayo, isa sa mga problema if merong physical distance between the teacher and the learner, yung mga hindi talaga sanay sa gantong klaseng independent type of learning, along the way, nawawala sila. So ngayon pa lang, kailangan na nating we have that goal in mind, sablay, and we should equip ourselves with all the information and facilities na pwedeng i-provide ng university at pwede ninyong i-access. Okay. So, have you heard of the open and distance e-learning worldview? Sa inyong pagbasa-basa. Siyempre yung po bang, while you were looking for your programs, I'm sure you went through our materials in the web. Tama po ba yun? Or talagang nakaset na kayo, alam nyo na kung ano ang inyong gustong aralin? O nag-research po ba muna kayo sa website namin? You did? Or ni-refer lang ba to? So, maybe I'll just ask muna, how did you come to, be in UPOU? Bakit nyo naisipang sa UPOU kayo mag-aral at hindi sa like UPLB, UP Diliman, or other UP units? Most of our students are working and they are either working or a full-time mother or they're doing their business and they want to find ways how to further their graduate or yung, may tuloy yung kanilang undergraduate degree. So ito po yung framework na sinusundan namin, the ODEL framework. So, open and distance learning at UPOU. So, katulad po ng nasabi sa AVP natin, ang UPOU is the fifth constituent unit ng UP system. Ibig sabihin po, parte ang UPOU ng UP. Kaya nasabi kanina ni Ma'am Mendy, your admission here comes with rights and privileges, pero syempre, mas yung responsibility. So, ibig sabihin, honor and excellence, yan po ang tagline niya na sinusunod na philosophy ng UP at yun din po ang sinusunod ng UPOU. So, ano po ba itong ODEL framework na to? So, let me just discuss open and distance e-learning. So, pag titingnan niyo po to open, distance, and e-learning. So, there are three components there. So, the philosophy of open learning, the pedagogies of distance education, and the technologies of e-learning. So, tatlo po yan. So, sabihin nyo, my God, ang hirap na nga nung programa. Meron pa palang tatlong components itong ODEL framework na to. Alright, so ito yung worldview natin. So, as a part of the national university, ang ating pong ultimate goal is social transformation. So, ibig sabihin, you're here as a UP student, not just to gain knowledge and skills, or not just to obtain a degree, be it a bachelor's degree or a master's or a PhD, but you're here to contribute something to social transformation. Yan po ang obligasyon ng bawat isang UP student. So we contribute to our national development. Yung po ang pagkakaiba ng mga estudyante ng UP dahil meron tayong obligasyon sa ating bansa. This is all for social transformation. Ibig sabihin, dapat alam natin kung how we will be able to contribute to the greater good of our nation. So, ang tatlo pong component nito is open learning, so distance education, and e-learning. So, ito po yung mga The convergence and integration ng mga concepts na to, ito po ang sinusundan ng university. Ito po ay hindi sila independent from each other, but they are, converging and interweaving. And they are infused with the values that underpins the university. So ito po yung mga values: excellence, academic freedom, humanism, intellectual pluralism, cultural diversity, democracy, and service to society. So ito po yung gusto naming for each and everyone to have this grounding. Now when you're studying at UP, specifically sa UPOU, you're not just gaining knowledge, but you're contributing something to the society. So ito po yung overall framework na sinusundan natin. So when you start, going through your materials, start planning for your life here at UPOU, titingnan nyo ngayon yung mas malawak na konteksto. Ano ba yung aking may contribute sa social transformation? Kasi yung pala ang role ng UPOU sa national development. Hindi lang pala siya isang university na nagpo-provide ng degree program sa kanyang mga estudyante. So isa-isahin natin itong mga categories na to. So open learning. So when we talk of open learning, this is a vision of an educational system in which education is accessible to every individual with minimal restrictions. So the emphasis here is the flexibility of the system to, hindi tayo constricted ng mga barriers like age, geographical location, time constraints, and economic situation. So we're trying to have that openness philosophy, which is why napaka-importante nito kasi the affordance of this particular philosophy allows you to be here, allows you to study even though you are working or you have other obligations, family obligations or business obligations, and other social, personal obligations na kailangan ninyong i-attend din. So, ito yung open philosophy na sinusundan ng UPOU. So, unique ang UPOU, ang positioning nito unlike sa ibang campuses ng UP because they're restricted with the geographical location. Ibig sabihin, kung ikaw ay nasa Cebu, for example, lahat ng mga estudyante mo mga halos within the area, Cebu area. Kung ikaw ay nasa Mindanao, you're restricted with the geographical location ng mga nandun din lang sa Davao area. So, kung nandun ka sa area, usually yun yung mga estudyante mo. Pero ang UPOU, because of its openness philosophy, we can, sabi nga transcend borders, which is why we are present in 70 countries all over the world. So, pati po yung ating mga OFW ay nasa-serve ng university. So, sila nagtatrabaho, for example, sa Middle East, marami tayong mga nurses doon. So, while working, they're able to further pursue their graduate education program. So, ito po yung mga nagagawa ng UPOU na afford nitong openness philosophy na to. Hindi tayo restricted ng geographical location. Okay, so ano naman yung distance education? So, sa distance education, there's that physical separation from the teacher and the learner. So, possible nga po na gagraduate na kayo sa UPOU, pero hindi nyo pa talaga physically nami-meet yung teacher ninyo. So, masanay na po kayo sa ganong idea. So, most of the time, pag graduation na lang namin nakikita yung mga estudyante namin and we would say hi. Tapos, syempre, minsan, ako personally, I have this problem associating yung mukha ng tao, yung picture and video dun sa totoong tao na. So, malimit pag graduation, maalala ko lang, si ganito pala yan. Parang after na nung nagkabatian kami, pero hindi ko agad ma-recall. So, ganun yung mga scenario for distance education. So, yung teacher mo and you are physically separated and also your classmates. So, kaya po maganda, if you're taking the same program, siguro you have to find time para makilala na yung kaklase ninyo ngayon. Kasi yung next time na mamimit nyo sila, syempre, kung meron ng mga group activities yung klase that would require you to meet physically or virtually. Okay, so just to give you a visual representation ng distance education. So for example, yun, physically separated kayo, no? So halimbawa, ang teacher nyo nandito sa Los Baños and it's, halimbawa, ang oras natin dito ay 10:41 a.m. May estudyante nandun sa Cebu. So that's same time kasi pareho tayong oras. Tapos may kaklase kayo ngayon na sa ibang bansa. Halimbawa si John who is in LA. So ganun yung scenario nyo. You are physically separated from each other. So, pero hindi ibig sabihin nun na hindi kayo i-interact or hindi kayo nagkakaroon ng walang learning na nangyayari. So dito nangyayari yung interaction and learning. So, so in distance education, multiple communication occurs among the teacher, the learners, and the co-learners. So ibig sabihin, hindi ibig sabihin na ang nag-interact lang dito teacher and the learner. So among yourselves, you can interact. So yung mga learners. So dito sa UPOU, we believe that our students are co-creators of knowledge. So ibig sabihin, meron kayong kino-contribute sa kaalaman ng bawat isa. So there's instances na may mga video conferencing or yung mga estudyante, they often interact through social media. Yung iba naman talagang tumatawag na kung merong silang hindi naiintindihan, tinatawagan na nila yung kaklase or your teacher. But despite the time and geographical difference, siyempre talagang there's that communication and interaction that happens. And all of this happens through the technologies which are mostly internet-based. Okay. So I'm assuming lahat kayo ay connected. May connectivity kayo sa bahay. So importante po yun. Or sa office. So, ito po, example lang, ginagawa ito ng FMDS. They do FB Live, synchronous this interaction with their students. So, makikita nyo po, ito sigurong tower na yan ay, saan ba to? Sa Dubai. Sa, Burj Khalifa. Yung isa daw ay, iba-iba yan. Yung isa nasa beach. So, ibig sabihin, you're not restricted na porke merong interaction na mangyayari, ay titigil nyo na yung ginagawa nyo. Kung during that time, nagkataong nagbabakasyon ka sa Boracay, so, okay yun, di ba? You can still interact. Siyempre, kailangan lang talaga ng internet connection. Okay, so, of course, yan, we're using technical media so to deliver the content. So, it can be in a text form, audio, video, or computer. Now, yung pangatlong component, so ano na yung pinag-usapan natin? Open philosophy, distance education, wherein you're physically separated from one another, and of course, e-learning. Ito yung we are now taking advantage of the affordances of e-learning. So when we talk of e-learning is any technologically supported learning using teaching and learning tools that utilize electronic media. So, kahit ano pong ginagamit yung technology, we can consider that e-learning. So, itong mga ginagamit po ng UPOU, multimedia, internet-based communication, etc. Those are part of e-learning. So, later, take note ninyo po, i-share mamaya ng iba-ibang colleagues ko, yung mga facilities na pwede ninyong ma-avail or, ma-maximize while you are with the university. Especially yung mga resources na nasa networks. Kasi these are resources that you'll be able to access freely. At kahit nasaan kayo, ito ay this would supplement your learning. Okay. So ano ba yung benefits kung bakit kayo nag-aaral sa UPOU? So I don't need to convince you kasi naka-enroll na kayo. So, syempre, ito po ay base sa mga sinabi ng mga estudyante namin and base sa literature. So katulad ng nasabi kanina ni ma'am, hindi siya pwede mag full-time kasi meron siyang family and work. So ganito, she can combine work and studies. So, ibig sabihin, hindi nyo kailangan mag-leave from your work or, resign. Minsan ganun, di ba? Kung nakaset ka na, I will take my master's and I would resign from my work. So, ganun minsan yung choices na kailangan natin kaharapin. So, ngayon, with UPOU, you can combine work and studies. You can gain work experience even before you graduate. So, yung mga undergraduate, nakakapag gain a work experience even before they graduate, they can immediately apply what has been learned to one's work or life. So, dito po, ang kagandahan nito, hindi na separated yung inyong studies and work. Most of the time, yung mga group activities namin, mga learning activities namin sa klase, ay nakadepende sa work ninyo. So, you'll be able to apply it. So, ibig sabihin, hindi siya theoretical and abstract concepts na hindi nyo ma-apply ang inyong mga ginagawa sa work. And then, ito, napaka-importante sa atin, we can save time and money. So, you don't need to commute to your classrooms, to the campus, makakatipid kayo sa pagkain. Ano pa ba mga natitipid natin? Apartment, boarding place. Usually, pag nag-aaral ka sa isang university, magre-rent ka ng apartment or magre-rent ka ng dorm. So, ito, makakatipid ka ng money. So, yung money nyo na matitipid, I would advise, siguro i-invest nyo to sa mga, yung mga, anong tawag sa ganito? Mga gadget, sorry, the term, gadget, na makakatulong sa inyo sa pag-aaral. Kasi mobile na kayo eh. Like for example, you're stuck in a traffic, pwede na akong magbasa ng mga readings. So kailangan nyo ngayon ng internet connection. So I would advise you to invest sa mga data na pwede kayong download, makapagbasa habang na-stuck kayo sa traffic or nag-aantay ng appointment sa doktor. May mga ganong moments na sayang yung minsan nag-aantay kayo ng 3 oras sa traffic, di ba? So nabasa nyo na sana yung materials ninyo. And you don't need to travel far anymore. So pwedeng nasa bahay lang kayo, nasa office, or kung saan man kayo naglalagay, you can study there. No need to be separated from one's family. So napaka-importante yung nasabi kanina. So hindi kayo mawawala ng oras sa inyong mga anak. And of course, you will have access to UP quality education. So when you graduate from UPOU, you will have the UP diploma. So napaka-importante yon. I'd like to reiterate yung sinabi ni Ma'am Mendy kanina. With honor and privilege comes responsibility. So ito po yon. You have access to UP education. So kailangan pagtrabahuhan din natin. So let me just show you ano ba ang magiging buhay nyo in the next 2 or 3 years. So kayo po yan, learner, sino ba ang mga ka-interact ninyo? Siyempre yung faculty ninyo. Tandaan po ninyo yung mga pangalan, mukha, contact points sa mga faculty ninyo. Yung faculty po ng UPOU, hindi lang sila taga UPOU. We are just, napakaunti po namin, we're just 30 faculty, full-time faculty dito sa OU. So, we get most of our faculty from other CU, other UP campuses. So, UP Los Baños, UP Diliman, UP Cebu, lahat ng UP campuses, and from the industry. And we even have faculty members from other foreign universities. So, huwag kayong magugulat na minsan ang teacher nyo ay foreigner. So, ganun po ka-diverse ang faculty profile ng UPOU. And then you'll be interacting mostly with the content, yung inyong learning materials. So, ang inyong best friend na ngayon ay inyong mobile phone. So, lagi nyo po yung titingnan, not for social media, but, reading your materials, maybe watching the video. Baka may video si Ma'am Mendy, papanoorin nyo lagi, or audio, podcast. So, yun po ang inyong ka-interact. And of course, the UPOU provides student support to you. And importante po yung program advising. When in doubt, ask for program advising. So, meron po, ang mga taong kailangan nyo pong makilala ay inyong program chair. So, kilala nyo po ba ang program chair nyo? So, I'm getting nods, pero I'm assuming yung iba hindi pa alam kasi parang hindi pa makapag-nod. So, ngayon po, paglabas nyo sa hall na to, kilalanin nyo na kung sino ang inyong program chair. So, halimbawa, anong sample program nyo? Anong program mo? Ha? MENREM. MENRM. So, ito po yung mga kailangan natin alam. Alamin natin yung program natin. So, ano ba yung tawag sa program natin? So, MENREM. Sino yung program chair ng MENREM, for example? Si Doc Connie yun. Bubulungan na kita kasi Consuelo Habito yun. So, and then you have to know kung anong faculty kayo under. So, ang tawag po namin dito sa UPOU ng college ay faculty. So, sa ibang campus po, di ba, College of ganyan, College of ganyan. Sa UPOU po, it's a faculty. So, Faculty of. So, tatlo lang po yan. Faculty of Education, lahat ng education courses. So, sino po ang taga-Faculty of Education? Okay. Sino po ang taga-Faculty of Information and Communication Studies? Sino ang taga-Faculty of Management and Development Studies? Okay, so napaka-importante po na alam nyo ha kung sinong faculty nyo. And then you have to know your deans. Okay? And you have to know your secretary to the faculty. So mamaya po yung FMDS secretary to the faculty ay nandito sa mamimit ng mga taga-FMDS. For the rest of the students, alamin nyo na po kung sino tong mga secretary to the faculty ninyo. Okay, so, and then, kanina po pinakilala ni Ma'am Mendy, alamin nyo rin po kung sino mga contact persons nyo sa offices na yon, lalo na sa Office of the University Registrar, Office of Student Affairs, ano pa ba? ICTDO, importante po yon dahil sa inyong pong virtual classroom, ang tawag po natin doon, My Portal. So, dapat po alam lahat. Meron kayong list ng mga contact persons. So, kailangan nyo pong i-organize na yan as early as now para if you need something later, hindi na kayo magkakapapa kung saan nyo hanapin yun. Okay? And then, of course, yung mga learning materials po natin, sabi po ko po kanina, you are expected to be self-directed, independent learner. So, hindi po namin yung binibigay sa inyo na like spoon-feeding you. You have to be able to research ano bang mga readings, websites na kailangan yung puntahan, podcast and video, podcast na kailangan yung pakinggan, video na kailangan yung panoorin. At importante po na you always have your course guide and study guide with you. Okay? So, importante po yun. At start of every semester, titingnan nyo agad course guide. Ano ba yung mga requirements? Ano bang mga kailangan kong gawin for this semester? Ano ba ang kailangan kong i-free up na time? Okay? So, just to give you a brief view of, ito yung didiscuss later in detail. Ito yung virtual classroom natin, which is the My Portal. And then, ang learning po na nangyayari sa UPOU, most of the time, is asynchronous. Anong ibig sabihin po ng asynchronous? So, hindi kayo kailangang sabay-sabay nag-aaral or learning at the same time. Mostly po asynchronous ito. So, usually, ang teacher post everything in the site. So, pag meron po siya yung discussion post or question, tapos sumagot kayo, huwag niyo pong expect agad-agad na sasagot. Kasi asynchronous nga po ang ating interaction. So, sundan lang po natin yung mga schedules sa course guide. Ang mindset po natin sa UPOU ay hindi tayo synchronous. Most of the time, asynchronous ang interaction. Pero, minsan, may mga faculty na nagre-require ng synchronous. So, halimbawa, sinabi ko, let's all meet at 7 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. So, required kayo lahat na mag-online ng 7 p.m. So, depende yun sa teacher, which is why I would like you to take note and really study yung mga course guide ninyo. Yun po ang pinaka-importante ngayon. Pag uwi nyo, tingnan nyo na yung course guide kung meron na bang access kayo sa My Portal. And then of course, ito yung mga student support na provide ng university. Ang aim po namin is for you to be able to be successful distance learners. So ito po yun mga yan, di-discuss nila later. Okay, so ito po yung mga typical subject requirements, mga assignments. When we talk here of assignments, hindi po to yung mga parang, assignment lang pala. Ito po mga tipong research paper ito. We're talking of, reviewing, for example, ako sa klase ko, I ask my student to review 10 to 20 literature, journal, peer-reviewed article. So, pwede namin tawaging assignment yun. So, ang tawag po ng mga faculty nyo doon ay faculty marked assignment. And then we have online quizzes, participation in online discussions, importante po ito, research, papers, reports, and examination. So yung exam po, didiscuss nila later, it can be physical, paper and pencil, or computer-based, or pwedeng online. So depende po sa faculty ninyo yan. Okay, so yun po basically ang ODEL framework and what will be, parang ano yon, glimpse, snapshot of what you will what you need to expect in the next 3 years. So, yun lang po and I wish everyone the best and kung may questions po later na lang siguro after yung presentation nyo iba. Thank you very much.